Uh, Hello everyone, and for today's video, I would like to share with you another lesson. Love or any other desires, sometimes not everything. Yeah, it is very important, right? If we can understand for these sayings, so I think we will have a better life. For this lesson, firstly, I read and then I shall to you my opinion for this lesson. And after that, we're going to see the meaning of several uh, keywords of this lesson. And then I also come back and explain the meaning of each paragraph for you. Okay, let's start learning with me. Love or any other desire, sometimes not everything. Love is a priceless concept worth your sacrifice and reaching. If it's true love, but it's true love, right? And deserve, right, for us to sacrifice. But you need to consider and analyze, right, to know it is true love. But what if that love isn't what you always dreamed of? Is this worth the trade-off for many other things? Don't get so focused on just one aspect of your life that you forget about the others. Otherwise, the hurtful disappointment from it can just alter your mind and paralyze your interest in everything else that is lovely, sometimes much more deserving. A mature guy with a very beautiful and poetic first love. He is an intelligent, well-educated, qualified, skilled worker and always knows how to say with others. His lover is a beautiful and graceful girl. Their love is so romantic, dreamy as the seven colors of the rainbow. After 2 years, the relationship broke down. The walls around him suddenly turned black when there was no longer the shimmering prism of love. He is no longer wants to analyze the cause. He's not brave enough to admit that time and matters can change people. He broke down, tormented, blamed himself, and ignored the sincere advice of friends and relatives. He no longer believes in himself, in his favorite job in future, and abandons his previous dreams and ambitions just because the love he once worshipped and the sacred wish was gone. As such, don't pin on your expectation of getting promoted that can ruin your happy life because of a lack of progress at work, nor idealizing your relationship with someone, and then feel as life is pointless just because the relationship becomes a strain. You should build your hopes on the things that are really important to you and should enjoy many different kinds of happiness rather than letting yourself fall by just clinging to a buoy or a boy. Clinging to a boy, or you can pronounce this word as a buoy. By just clinging to a buoy, even though you think it's important, but actually it is very fragile. Yes, and hopefully you appreciate this lesson. And through this lesson, Russ, we know a story of one guy, right? A boy loves his girlfriend so much, right? And when that love was brought down, right? He had the feeling that he lost everything, right? He couldn't come back with a normal life, and he felt very sad. Yeah, but for the final paragraph of this lesson, right? Yes, want to teach us that you should build your hopes on the things that are really important to you and should enjoy many different kinds of happiness rather than letting yourself fall by just clinging to a buoy, even though you think it's important, but actually it is very fragile to judge for that love, right? Because we cannot manage another person thinking, right? Perhaps when they come to us, they do not cheat us. They really love us, but you know about emotion, right? Human easily change. So for this time, right, that person loves you, but we are not sure, right, for next 2 or 3 years. Yeah, so that's why for everything in this life, of course, for you, you also need to love truly, right? But you also think about the future. If someone, right, does not want to stay with you do not want to live with you, and let them do that, and you should accept, because they change, right? Because something in their life changed, so that's why they change about their love. So they do not love us anymore, and they want to go, so let them go. Yeah, and you need to accept and come back with your normal life. Try to balance your life. Yeah, come back with your work, come back with your learning. Yeah, and keep going forward, and wait for the next person, right? Come to us and suitable with us. Okay, and for the next part, let me explain the meaning of several words for you. For the first word, trade-off. It is a phrasal verb, right? It means to balance two things or situations that are opposed to each other. And we have one example like this. They were attempting to trade off inflation against unemployment. And next, paralyzed is the verb, right? And for this word, you need to stress the first syllable, paralyzed. Yeah, paralyzed or paralyzed, right? Paralyzed. Yeah, and for me, sometimes I do not care about par or paralyzed. Yeah, paralyzed. Too much somebody is unable to feel or move on or part of their body. And we have one example like this. He was partially paralyzed by the fall. Yeah, and that was mature, right? We need to stress the second syllable, mature. Of a person, a tree, a bird, or an animal, fully grown and developed. And we have one example. She tries to look mature and sophisticated. Yeah. So here, she tried, right? She tried to look. You can understand that she pretend, right? She looked mature and sophisticated, and actually she not, right? Yeah. Especially if you are not. You are not mature, right, and sophisticated. But if you attend a meeting, right, or you meet several important people, right, so you also need to try, right, or pretend you look mature and sophisticated. So from that, other people will respect you. It is very important. Admit, and for this word, you need to stress the second syllable, admit. It means to agree, often unwillingly, that something is true. For example, it was a stupid thing to do, I admit. Yeah. Just get up so early in the morning, right? Depend on your health. Like for me, 10 years ago, no problem for me. Yeah, to get up early in the morning to learn or do something, right? Especially to learn in early morning, and then go to the company to work. But now I'm older, right? Yeah, it is not suitable for my current health. Yeah, so in the morning, I do not get up early anymore. So if I try to get up early in the morning, I can say, right, it was a stupid thing to do. I admit now, get up early in the morning. And for the next word, ruin, right? And for this word, you need to stress the first syllable. Ruin. It means to damage something so badly that it loses all its value, pleasure, etc. And we have an example. The bad weather ruined our trip. Yeah. Such as, right, if you want to have a trip, right? But now it is in a rainy season. It rains every day, right? So that's damage or ruin your trip. Okay, let's come back with this lesson, right? Yeah. Let's see for the first paragraph. Love is a priceless concept. Was your sacrifice enriching if it's true love? But what if that love isn't what you always dreamed of? Is this was the trade-off for many other things? So in here, emphasize about the love, right? It is very important in our life, and it deserves, right, for us to sacrifice about our time, even just for our health, right? Yeah. Just to have a true love, and also to love again, right? Yep, our partner love us truly, right? And we also need to do that again. But you need to be wise, intelligent, right? To analyze, to consider about your current love. And you need to know that this is deserve for you, right? To sacrifice or not. So you need to think carefully about that. Yeah. So anyways, we have one saying, right? It is very famous that we should not love anyone, right? Blindly. Yeah. And let's see for the second paragraph. Don't get so focused on just one aspect of your life that you forget about the others. Otherwise, the hurtful disappointments from it can touch over your mind and paralyze your interest in everything else that is lovely, sometimes much more deserving. A mature guy, and for this, right, let's come back with a paragraph. So don't get so focused on just one aspect of your life, right, that you forget about the other things. So in here, there's if you have a love, right, it is a grace, but you should not totally focus on your love, right. You still have many other aspects of your life are very important. You also need to care about your family, care about your parents, about your brother, your sister, about your work, about your career, right, and about your studying. Yet you also need to spend your time for your lover, right? But let's consider, yeah, it is very important, but not at all, right? You also need to spend your energy, your time for other people. And next paragraph, a mature guy with a very beautiful and poetic first love. He's an intelligent, well-educated, qualified, good worker, and always knows how to share with others. His lover is a beautiful and graceful girl. Their love is so romantic, dreamy as the seven colors of the rainbow. After 2 years, the relationship broke down. The world around him suddenly turned black, right? So in here, just show to us, right? An example for one boy, right? One boy. Yeah, he's firstly, right? He was lucky because he has a great girlfriend, right? She's a beautiful and graceful girl, right? But and yeah, and here the tragedy, right? Come to him, right? After 2 years, the relationship broke down, right? And that's also affected to his life, right? Yeah. And let's see for this sentence. He's no longer wants to analyze the cause. He's not brave enough to admit that time and matters can change people. He broke down, tormented, blamed himself, and ignored the sincere advice of friends and relatives, right? He blamed on him, right? Because him, so that's why there's a girlfriend left him, right? But actually, we need to be wise, right? Because they change about their mind, they change their thinking, so that's why they go. If they want to stay, they will have thousands of reasons, right, to stay with us. Yeah, you need to understand that it is very important. So let's be ready. Let's be ready for this life. When someone comes to our life, right? We love with all of our heart. We love sincerely, honestly. Yeah, but in the future, right? They want to go, let them go. Because they change their mind, they want to go, so they go, right? They will have many reasons to say why they go. But if they want to stay with us, they accept about our personality, they accept about our current life. They will stay, and they also have thousands of reasons to stay with us, right? Yeah. So, man, let's be wise. For the tragedy, right, of this guy, he no longer believes in himself, in his favorite job in future, and abandons his previous dreams and ambitions just because the love he once worshipped and the sacred wish was gone. Yeah, so in here, just for the lesson, right? You should build your hopes on the things that are really important to you and should enjoy many different kinds of happiness rather than letting yourself fall by just clinging to a buoy, even though you think it's important, but actually it is very fragile, right? Yeah, just for this love, right? Because we cannot control another person thinking. Yeah, for the current time, they love us sincerely, right? They do not choose, but in the future, someone also come to their life, so they change and they want to go. So let them go. Yeah. Okay, and hopefully you appreciate this lesson and be ready for whatever happen in the future, right? Yeah. And if you find a good love, I mean a good person, yeah, it is so great. And I want to say congratulations to you. But if you unfortunately, right? If you unfortunately meet a bad person, that person just come to cheat you, right, and then go. You also need to think wisely. Just because they want to go, so they have thousands of reasons to go. So let them go and should not blame on yourself so much. Like come back with your work, come back with your ambition, come back with your dream, yeah, and keep going forward. keep going ahead. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye and see you later, friends.